Welcome back, football fans. Today we're diving into the realm of controversy, exploring those jaw-dropping skills that push the boundaries of fairness. From audacious trickery to mind-bending moves, these maneuvers toe the line between genius and deception. Get ready to witness the top football skills that some argue should be outlawed. But fair warning, once you see them, you might just wish they were on your team. The phantom pass. Ever witnessed a pass so sneaky that it seems to materialize out of thin air? That's the phantom pass for you. This deceptive maneuver involves a player disguising their intentions so well that even the most eagle-eyed defenders are left chasing shadows. It's a skill that blurs the line between brilliance and bamboozlement. Despite its mesmerizing allure, opponents of the phantom pass argue that it undermines the core principles of transparency and sportsmanship in football. The essence of the game lies in the ability of players to outwit opponents through skillful maneuvers executed within the bounds of fair play. However, the phantom pass introduces an element of deceit that detracts from the integrity of the sport. By disguising their intentions and misleading opponents, players compromise the spirit of competition, turning football matches into contests of trickery rather than displays of genuine skill and strategy. Furthermore, the proliferation of such deceptive tactics sets a dangerous precedent, eroding the trust between players, officials, and fans. In a sport already grappling with issues of simulation and dishonesty, the normalization of the phantom pass only serves to exacerbate these concerns, tarnishing the reputation of football as a game of honor and integrity. The teleportation dribble. Forget about dribbling past opponents. Why not teleport through them instead? The teleportation dribble is a mind-bending move that sees players seemingly disappear and reappear at will, leaving defenders tackling thin air. It's a move so elusive that it has referees reaching for their rulebooks in search of an explanation. While the teleportation dribble may captivate audiences with its seemingly supernatural flair, critics argue that it introduces an element of unreality that threatens the integrity of the sport. Football is a game rooted in the physicality and skill of its players, where success is earned through dedication, practice, and strategic gameplay. However, the introduction of a dribble that allows players to seemingly vanish and reappear at will blurs the lines between reality and fantasy, distorting the essence of competition. Furthermore, the widespread adoption of such a skill could lead to a decline in the emphasis on fundamental techniques as players prioritize flashy maneuvers over honing their core abilities. The time stopper shot. In the heat of a crucial moment, time stands still as a player unleashes the time stopper shot. This awe-inspiring skill sees the ball freeze in midair, defying the laws of motion and leaving goalkeepers rooted to the spot. It's a shot so powerful that it has fans questioning whether we've entered the realm of science fiction. Despite its undeniable spectacle, opponents of the time stopper shot argue that it undermines the very essence of football as a dynamic and fluid game. The sport thrives on the unpredictability of its outcomes, where split-second decisions and lightning-fast reactions determine success. However, the introduction of a shot that freezes time disrupts this delicate balance, robbing the game of its natural flow and momentum. Furthermore, the time stopper shot introduces an unfair advantage for the attacking team, as it effectively neutralizes the goalkeeper's ability to react and make a save. Football is a game of skill, strategy, and teamwork, and success should be earned through legitimate means, not through manipulation of the laws of physics. The phantom tackle. Defenders beware. The phantom tackle is coming for you. This ghostly maneuver sees a player dispossessing their opponent without so much as a whisper, leaving attackers wondering if they've been tackled by a gust of wind. It's a tackle so clean and precise that it has strikers questioning the very fabric of reality. While the phantom tackle may seem like a stroke of genius to its proponents, critics argue that it poses significant risks to the safety and integrity of the game. Football is a physical sport where players are expected to engage in fair and transparent challenges for possession of the ball. However, the phantom tackle introduces an element of deception that undermines this fundamental aspect of competition. By allowing players to effectively disappear during a tackle, the move not only deceives opponents but also increases the likelihood of injury as unsuspecting players collide with invisible adversaries. Moreover, the normalization of such deceptive tactics erodes the trust between players, officials, and fans, casting doubt on the authenticity of every tackle and challenge on the field. The Matrix. Channel your inner Neo because it's time to enter the Matrix. This mind-bending skill sees players dodging tackles with the grace and agility of a martial arts master, bending their bodies in ways that seem downright impossible. It's a move so mesmerizing that it has defenders questioning whether they're playing football or starring in an action movie. Despite its captivating appeal, critics argue that the matrix introduces an unrealistic and potentially dangerous element into the game of football. While agility and evasion are certainly valued attributes in players, the matrix takes these concepts to an extreme that borders on the absurd. Football is a sport grounded in physicality and athleticism, where success is earned through skillful execution of tactics and strategies. However, the matrix blurs the lines between athleticism and acrobatics, prioritizing spectacle over substance. The reality warping penalty kick. Now we have the ultimate game changer. The reality warping penalty kick. This audacious skill allows players to bend the very fabric of reality, sending the ball on a trajectory that defies logic and leaves goalkeepers helpless in its wake. It's a penalty so unpredictable that it has referees contemplating whether they need to update the rulebook for the 21st century. As captivating as the reality warping penalty kick may appear, its detractors argue that it represents a dangerous departure from the principles of fairness and sportsmanship that underpin the game of football. Penalty kicks already provide an advantageous opportunity for the attacking team to score, but the introduction of a kick that defies the laws of physics further tilts the scales in favor of the penalty taker. By allowing players to manipulate reality itself to alter the trajectory of the ball, the move undermines the integrity of the penalty shootout, turning it into a spectacle of trickery rather than a test of skill and nerve. The time loop tackle. Defenders, brace yourselves for the time loop tackle. This skill involves a player executing a tackle that seems to replay itself in a loop, trapping opponents in a never-ending cycle of dispossessions. It's a move so confounding that it has attackers questioning whether they're caught in a football match or a time warp. Despite its mesmerizing effect, critics argue that the time loop tackle disrupts the flow and fairness of the game. Football is a sport where actions and consequences unfold in real time, and the introduction of a tackle that traps opponents in a temporal loop distorts this fundamental principle. Additionally, the repetitive nature of the tackle increases the risk of injury as players become ensnared in a cycle of physical contact, undermining the safety and integrity of the sport. The reality-bending throw-in. Rounding out our list is the reality-bending throw-in. This skill allows a player to manipulate the laws of physics, curving the trajectory of the ball mid-air during a throw-in to confound defenders and create scoring opportunities. It's a move so astonishing that it has spectators questioning whether they've witnessed a football match or a demonstration of telekinesis. Despite its awe-inspiring spectacle, opponents argue that the reality-bending throw-in undermines the integrity and fairness of the game. Football relies on a level playing field where success is earned through skill, strategy, and fair competition. However, the ability to manipulate the flight path of the ball during a throw-in introduces an unfair advantage that distorts the natural dynamics of play. Additionally, the normalization of such a skill could lead to a decline in the emphasis on traditional techniques, as players prioritize unconventional tactics over fundamental skills. And there you have it, folks. Football skills that have sparked debates, divided opinions, and left fans questioning what's possible on the pitch. But whether you love them or loathe them, one thing's for sure. These maneuvers are here to stay, pushing the boundaries of the beautiful game with each flick, shuffle, and teleportation. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for the extraordinary, because in football, anything is possible. Thanks for watching.